Hello, soul family. Welcome to Spiritual Manifestation. If you're new here, welcome to the space. And if you're not, welcome home. I'm so glad to have you with me today. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into the energies surrounding your connection. And as always, remember to take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Not every message is for everyone, so just let it flow and trust what feels right for you. Now I'm really feeling the need to tap into this intense energy that's been coming through. It's almost like there's a whirlwind of emotions swirling around this situation. There's something powerful about the shifts happening here. All right, the energy I'm picking up on here is that someone is in complete shock. You've really shaken this person to their core, and it feels like their ego has been completely shattered, like a mirror suddenly smashed to pieces. I'm getting that this individual once had a very inflated sense of self, almost like they were certain of their own allure and charm. They loved themselves deeply, possibly even more than anyone else did. I'm sensing that they carried this air of confidence, but it bordered on cockiness. There's a strong energy of ego here, almost as if they believed they were more attractive or desirable than others saw them to be. For some of you, this could be someone with strong narcissistic tendencies. You might have been dealing with a narcissist, but the real question is, did you break their ego? It feels like you completely dismantled their sense of self. This person went from being incredibly sure of themselves to feeling, anxious. It's like they're on the verge of breaking down. And now there's this underlying worry in them when it comes to facing others. You took someone who was once overly confident, maybe even boastful, and now they seem nervous, almost shy, much more self-conscious. I'm picking up that they've built this wall around themselves, and it's clear they're deeply shocked by the shift in energy. I keep hearing the word unexpected. It's almost as if this person never saw you coming. When you entered their life, it caught them completely off guard. This is someone who's used to playing mind games, getting inside people's heads, and they believe they have this ability to control situations with ease. The energy feels very manipulative, like they thrive on toying with others. I just saw 333, which could be significant. This person might be physically attractive, or at the very least, they think they're irresistible. They seem to believe that their looks, charm, or confidence can get them whatever they want without effort. I'm picking up that this person came off as really cocky, like they carried this overwhelming sense of superiority, almost like their ego was the loudest thing in the room. Now, I'm not entirely sure what triggered the shift, but there's this strong energy of you being the one who's gotten under their skin, and it's stressing them out big time. They tried to play some sort of mind game with you, maybe attempting to manipulate or control the situation, but it completely backfired. It's as if they set this elaborate trap to make you fall for them, thinking they could charm their way into your heart, but it just didn't work. What's clear is that this person never expected someone like you to come into their life. You're not easily fooled. Whoever I'm speaking to, you have this strong, clear energy about you. You speak your truth without hesitation, and there's a sharp intelligence that shines through in everything you do. It's not just your words, but your presence. It's powerful. You can read people like a book, and not just their words, but the energy they carry. You analyze situations with precision, never missing a detail, and you can cut through any facade with ease. It's almost like you have this innate ability to feel out what's real and what's not, reading energy with such accuracy that nothing can hide from you. I'm picking up on a very detached energy from you, like you have this ability to stand back and see everything clearly. It's as if you saw right through this person's mind games from the start. They were definitely trying to mess with your head, but the thing is, you were always one step ahead. It's like you could read them like an open book. You've got this crystal clear intuition, and no matter what tactics they used, you just saw through it all effortlessly. What's interesting is that while they were trying to get into your head, it ended up being the other way around. You got into theirs. They probably didn't even realize it, but their own game started to backfire, and now they're completely thrown off. This person is confused, almost like they're stumbling around in the dark, trying to figure out what went wrong. They were so confident, thinking they could manipulate and control the situation, but you completely shut that down. Now, they're shocked. They can't believe how intelligent and sharp you are. It's almost like they've never met someone who could outsmart them, especially not someone with your detached, calm energy. And funny enough, even though they tried to play you, there's a deep sense of respect they've developed for you. They admire the way you handle things with such grace and composure. It's almost like they wish they could be that detached and in control, and whether they'll admit it or not, they look up to that in you. Wow, okay, that was a lot of information to take in. And again, this may not resonate with everyone, so if it does, feel free to take it. But if not, just let it drift away like a passing cloud. Now, I'm going to shift focus and tap into the energy oracle to see what comes through next. Let's dive into that and see what the cards reveal for you. Okay. The first card to come out here is 7th Chakra. With the 7th Chakra card, I'm picking up on someone who is really trying to keep things under control, and it feels like they're struggling to manage their emotions. This person is fighting to stay grounded, but those emotions are bubbling up, almost like they're afraid to let them show. Now, why are they holding back? Okay, the 4th chakra in reverse tells me they're conflicted, torn between wanting to take a chance with you and the weight of their own life. There's this overwhelming sense of burden with the Healer of the Ages card, almost like they feel trapped, as if their hands are tied in some way. They're carrying a lot, but deep down, there's a desire to heal and move forward. Okay. The next card coming up here is the Strategy card from the Energy Oracle. I'm picking up a strong sense of detached clarity from you. It's almost like you've been quietly observing, watching this person try to pull the strings, but what they didn't realize is that you were always one step ahead. There's this energy of you seeing straight through their mind games, as if you could read their every intention before they even made a move. Your intuition is so sharp, so precise, that it's like you've developed a kind of X-ray vision when it comes to reading people. No matter what games they tried to play, you saw right through them, effortlessly. They thought they could get into your head, twist the situation in their favor, but instead, you ended up turning the tables without even breaking a sweat. You've got this calm, detached energy, and while they were trying to manipulate, they didn't realize you were already ahead, navigating through their tactics with ease. Now, they're left completely confused, almost like they're spiraling because their usual tricks didn't work. This person was so sure of themselves, so confident in their ability to manipulate others, but you shut that down completely. You didn't fall for it, and now they're the ones trapped in their own confusion, unsure of how you manage to outmaneuver them so effortlessly. It's almost like they're in awe of your ability to see right through them, and it's left them shaken. The person you're dealing with has this mindset where they believe they can outsmart just about anyone, and their usual tactic is manipulation. But with you, it didn't work, not at all. In fact, they're not just frustrated, they're shocked. You've completely thrown them off balance, and they can't quite wrap their head around how you outsmarted them so effortlessly. There's this deep admiration that's growing in them, even though they might not want to admit it. They're taken aback by your intelligence, and what really surprises them is how calm and detached you remain throughout it all. It's like your ability to stay grounded while seeing right through them is something they can't help but respect. They might even look up to you for it, though they'd never say that out loud. When they first met you, they made a lot of assumptions. They really thought they had you figured out. Maybe they thought you were gullible, naive, or someone they could easily manipulate. But now, they're realizing just how wrong they were. It's hitting them hard that they can't outsmart you. They're used to being the one in control, the one pulling the strings. But with you, every move they made fell flat. It's like you've completely dismantled their usual strategy, leaving them with no idea how to navigate the situation. And that 818 energy? It's a reminder that they thought they could outwit anyone, but when they tried it with you, it backfired in ways they never expected. With the broken heart energy coming through, I'm sensing that you may have deeply hurt this person, possibly even broken their heart. There's this feeling of rejection that's really weighing on them. When you first met, they gave off that classic player vibe, like someone who keeps things casual, never too serious. But here's the twist. They met you and everything changed. It's almost like they didn't expect it, but they fell for you hard. Yet, despite those intense feelings, you ended up breaking their heart, and that's what really cuts deep for them. This person seemed to approach you with games and manipulation, like they were more interested in playing mind games than showing their true emotions. Even though they had feelings for you, they didn't express them. It's like they were trying to keep up this facade, hoping you'd chase them, but instead, you remained cool and distant. To them, it feels like you don't even notice their efforts, like you're completely unfazed by their attempts to get your attention. And it's driving them crazy. They keep trying to work their way into your thoughts, wanting to get a reaction, but you're as hard to catch as smoke, always slipping through their fingers. It's like they're shouting into the wind, but you remain grounded, detached, and unaffected, and that only makes them more desperate. The fact that they can't seem to get to you, no matter how hard they try, is eating away at them. It feels like this person tried so hard to get into your head, but instead, it's them who's completely stressed and consumed by thoughts of you. They can't seem to move on. You're always on their mind. There's this deep energy of them constantly replaying memories of you, thinking about how unique you are. To them, you're irreplaceable, someone who radiates independence and strength, yet has this warm, loving energy. They love how nurturing you can be, but once you detach, it's like you switch off emotionally, and they feel like you've moved on without a second thought. That's something they just can't understand. It's like they're watching you from a distance, unable to let go. This person can't even sleep because they're so caught up in their feelings for you. Usually they're not the type to get emotional, but you've really brought out something in them they can't control. Their emotions are running wild, and they don't know how to handle it. Meanwhile, they feel like you've become so detached, like you don't care or show any sign of being affected. They see you as someone who is both incredibly caring and loving, but at the same time, once you're done, and that's driving them crazy. To them, it's like you've mastered the art of letting go, while they're left drowning in emotions they never expected to feel. Okay, I'm hearing the word poker face, so if that resonates with anyone, take it as it comes. It's like this person just can't seem to read you. No matter how hard they try, you remain a mystery to them. It's interesting because they're convinced that you're hiding your feelings for them, even if you've shown no interest. For some of you, you genuinely don't seem to be interested, but they refuse to believe that. In their mind, they think you're lying about your feelings. They're convinced that you actually like them, even if you don't show it. You could be dealing with a Leo, or maybe even a Taurus, as their energy is really present here. This person just keeps coming back, trying to get your attention over and over again. And I'm getting that they're about to make another move soon. They're struggling to control their emotions right now, and it's becoming overwhelming for them. I'm picking up that they're going to reach out and finally express what they've been holding back. They're going to open up about their feelings for you, and I just saw 1313 when I said that, which might be significant for some of you. It's almost like they're magnetically drawn to you. No matter how hard they try, they can't seem to forget you. That pull towards you is something they can't escape, and it's only a matter of time before they try to come back into your life, driven by emotions they can no longer suppress. Okay, I'm picking up on something else here. The name Olivia is coming through strongly, and I'm also hearing Jenny, so if either of those resonate with you, let me know. This person is feeling like they're never going to get over you, no matter how hard they try. There's this deep, restless energy around them. They've tried to move on, but you're constantly on their mind. It's as if they can't escape the thought of you, and it's driving them a little crazy. What's interesting is that this person isn't usually one to get caught up in their emotions. When you first met them, they were very self-focused, maybe even a bit selfish. But now, they're completely in their feelings, something that's out of character for them. I'm getting that they're going to take a step toward you soon, wanting to work things out. There's this strong energy of them wanting to repair whatever's been broken between you. You might have crossed paths at work, or maybe you work with this person, but they're feeling this pull to come forward and finally express what's been bottled up inside. It's like they've reached a breaking point where they can't hold it in anymore. Right now, they can't sleep, and their mind keeps circling back to you. If you're in separation, especially, it's really weighing on them. I saw 1441 when this came through, which feels like an important sign for this connection. They're eager to reconcile, to fix what's been fractured, and they're preparing to open up emotionally, something that feels incredibly vulnerable for them. They've never felt like this before, and it's almost as if being away from you is tearing them apart. Okay, I'm gonna reshuffle my card again to see what else I can channel about this situation here. Okay, with the deceit card coming up here, I'm picking up a strong sense of this person being overwhelmed by their own actions. It feels like they've been playing a lot of mind games, especially if things ended on bad terms between you two. They're at a point now where they're ready to come forward and apologize because they're done with the games. It's like they've reached the end of that cycle, realizing that their attempts to manipulate the situation only backfired. They tried to get into your head, but it's almost as if they trapped themselves instead, like setting a snare only to fall into it themselves. This person has been doing everything they can to try to forget you, but no matter what they do, you're constantly on their mind. It's like you're a song they can't get out of their head, playing on repeat. They watch you, possibly on social media, unable to let go. There's this persistent energy of them struggling, feeling restless, and even losing sleep over you. What's interesting is that, despite starting out with games, this person's feelings have become genuine over time. They can't get over you, and now it feels like they believe there's a deeper, spiritual connection between the two of you. Whether you feel it or not, they're convinced of this bond. And I'm sensing that whoever I'm speaking to, you embody a divine, unconditional love, like a light that draws people in. Your energy is so pure, so loving, that people can't help but feel a strong soul connection to you. You love without conditions, and that divine energy you carry is like a magnet, attracting those who feel drawn to your heart. It's no wonder this person can't let you go. They see in you something they've never experienced before. And finally, I'm picking up a strong sense of this person being overwhelmed by their own actions. It feels like they've been caught in their own games, especially if things ended on bad terms between the two of you. They've reached a point where they're done with the games, ready to come forward and apologize, because they now realize that their attempts to manipulate the situation have only backfired. It's almost like they were trying to get into your head but ended up getting trapped in their own, like someone who sets a trap and falls right into it themselves. This person has been doing everything they can to try and forget you, but nothing seems to work. It's like no matter what they do, you're always in their thoughts, like a song that's stuck on repeat in their mind. They're likely watching you, maybe on social media, and it's clear they haven't been able to let go. There's this persistent energy of them feeling restless, unable to sleep, constantly thinking about you, and getting lost in those thoughts. What's interesting is that even though they started off playing games, their feelings for you have turned into something real. They can't get over you, and now they're convinced there's a deeper connection between the two of you, something they can't explain. Whether or not you feel the same, they're drawn to you because of the way you embody unconditional love. You radiate this kind of divine, compassionate energy, and it's like people can't help but feel connected to you on a deeper level. Your energy is magnetic, so pure and loving that they can't let go. They see something in you they've never experienced before, and it's leaving them unable to move on. In the past, this person was definitely playing a lot of games, trying hard to get into your head. There's this energy of them being a bit manipulative, maybe even mean or harsh at times, possibly a fight or they said something rude that really hurt. But now I'm seeing them in a completely different space. They're feeling very alone, upset, and struggling with this overwhelming sense of not being good enough. You've caused a massive ego death for them, shaking their confidence in ways they never expected. This person was the type to believe they could get whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted, by using mind games and manipulation to confuse people and get them to fall for them. But when you came along, you completely put them in their place. They tried to play those same games with you, but now the tables have turned. It feels like instead of you becoming obsessed with them, they're the ones who can't stop thinking about you. They've fallen for you, and now they're the one who's obsessed and in love, caught in the very trap they tried to set. Okay, this seems like a good place to close this reading. I know I usually say it's a beautiful place, but this reading feels a little different, doesn't it? There's a lot of intense energy here. So much transformation and realization on their part, and maybe even on yours. It's almost like the roles have reversed, and now they're the ones stuck in their own emotional maze. Just remember, you hold your own power, and this connection, whether you decide to engage or not, has shown you just how strong you really are. Thank you for being here with me, and I hope this has brought you clarity. I'll connect with